Welcome, this is the Retro Master Beater, and today we are going to take on Alex Kidd in Miracle World. I have no idea why everything is a miracle here, but it's a world of miracles. We open on a very happy theme song. Miracle World is a happy place. The first miracle, maybe, is Alex has a gigantic fist that he can break rocks and stuff with. You also break these question mark blocks and pick up some items, but basically what we're doing, breaking the star blocks and collecting money, because you're going to need it later to buy stuff in the store. Most enemies can be taken out with a single punch as well. Most enemies. There are a few that take more than a single punch. I'm going to try a wall jump here like Mario. Yeah! Which of course reveals the oldest ghosts ever. They have to use a cane. Even though they fly around, they must use a cane. Anyway, you progress through this level by continuing to drop down the edge of this huge cliff, collecting as much money as possible, both the ones that are in the open and the ones that are behind the star blocks. Yeah, now that's a move right there. As you can tell, it's a platform game, and this was actually designed to compete with Super Mario Bros. It's only like a year after Mario was out on the NES, and Sega needed something. When you hit these skeleton blocks, you shake a little. It gives you the chills because it's so frightening. Well, we've already seen vertical scrolling on the cliff. Now we're doing horizontal scrolling and underwater scrolling, and this is all the first level. There's no world, underwater world. This is just right into the same world, everything. So this is a pretty impressive game. I remember being quite impressed. Here's an interesting thing. Only break 2 star blocks at a time, otherwise something disappears. And then you wouldn't have gotten your extra life. Little extra Alex, isn't that cute? It doesn't just say 1-up, it shows little Alex. Here's the map screen showing overall progress and where we're at. And now we're going to jump into the shop. You can always buy more of things, but if you already have it, why waste money? So kind of know what you have before you go in the shop. And now we get to show you what riding a motorcycle is like. These motorcycles are completely clean, 100% fuel efficient and clean burning. That is a part of the Miracle World charm. And you can tell the objects just to get to the end of the stage, always collecting blocks and avoiding those red brick-like things until the end. Okay, now we get to encounter our first boss. He is, quote, Stonehead. I wonder what his real name is. Everybody's in quotes. But he tells you have to play Jankin and pick either quote paper, quote scissors, or quote stone. Whoa. I love how it's quoted as if it means something else if it wasn't quoted. Now this guy, the whole game has a pattern. So once you learn the pattern, you can beat the whole game without even a mind reader. But you'll get a mind reader later if you actually wanted to play legit. 2 out of 3, and you beat him in Jankin. Grab the rice ball. I never understood that. Does not look like a rice ball to me. I don't understand where that comes from, but you grab the little black thing that he loves to eat. You grab the little thing at the end of the level that he then chows down on, and you go on to the next level. So here we are, another underwater world. There's another little Alex. You just build up the extra lives. You will need them later for the castle levels. They get kind of difficult. Now this is something I have a problem with in Alex. You can punch multi-hit items and you don't know that you've hit it. In other words, like it doesn't register through a sound effect that you've punched it the first time, but if you punch it multiple times, eventually it explodes. So all multiple hit items are like that in Alex. And here's a cool item. This is a secret, and I didn't even know there were secrets in Miracle World. They hid it from everybody, which is a miracle, right? Just till recently I found that out. Those are some wicked eyes. It's like a Cylon. And here's the other part of the secret. So we found the secret entrance into the bottom of the lake. And now we're at a secret money collecting stage. You want to see another miracle, guys? Punch the air right here. And look at that. See? It is a miracle. This game's full of them. The jumping is not nearly as direct and easily controllable as Mario. It's a little bit more slippery, if you will. You kind of take a little time to accelerate, and doesn't switch directions as easily. So I would say the controls for Super Mario are much better feeling. And once you can get up there, did it. Get your extra life, and now finish the level by grabbing the cake, the pie, the food. Okay, on to another overland level. Just some platforming puzzles, and of course, again, the objective to collect money, always, because Alex is a greedy little guy. Plus, it's a miracle how much money just floats around hidden in this world. It's a miracle how generous the inhabitants of this land are, leaving their money everywhere. It's terrific. Okay, here we come to the end of the level, and there's a man sitting next to the penis castle. And so here you meet this old guy who tells you are actually a prince from the country called Redaxian, but you were kidnapped by evil men when you were a small boy. And now your native land is misgoverned by the tyrant Jankin the Great. Now the air quotes work, right? Because he probably calls himself Jankin the Great, but everybody else doesn't want to call him great. He's probably a tyrant and an idiot and a jerk. So his quotes here are appropriate. Of course, your mission is to save the populace by defeating Jankin the Great. Alright, let's grab the helicopter, move on to the next level. And here again, we get to see where Alex Kidd tries to differentiate itself from Super Mario. We get a helicopter level. And these are actually some of my favorite levels. Like Joust, you hit the pedal button a few times to raise in height on the screen. And there's a delicate balance of trying to collect all the money that's on the screen, but not crash your helicopter in the deadly red balloons of Pennywise the Clown. Make sure you take out all those evil birds and fish. Talk about evil tyrants. Alex Kidd is doing a pretty good job of making himself a nuisance to the local wildlife. I wanted to get him and I still hit the thing. So tricky. Ooh, we're moving into a little village now. Across the lake and into the village and another shop. Let's see what this guy has for sale. $200 for a helicopter, $100 for invincibility, and $500 for another life. I love how you can buy yourself another life. Now that would be sweet. Hey, I'd like to buy myself an extension. That is a miracle, by the way. You can buy yourself an extra life. It's a miracle. Just totally. Alright, here we got another helicopter level, overland. Pretty similar types of stuff here. And we come to the invincible brick border wall here. No immigration allowed without destroying your helicopter, apparently. It's a gatekeeper. That's what it is, gatekeeper. Once we get through the gate, we have to fight an extremely angry, violent pig. I mean, look how mad he's getting. Of course, we are punching him in the face repeatedly. I guess I'd be kind of mad too. And here's old man number 2. Now, why does he quote Redaxian? The other guy told me I was from Redaxian. Now he's telling me it's a made-up land, basically. Prince Alex of Redaxian. Then he says, "You're looking very well indeed." He also informs me I have an elder brother. So I didn't even know I was kidnapped. Now I find out I have an elder brother, and he's imprisoned in the Redaxian Castle, whatever that place is, right? And for some reason, of course, I'm the only person who can come to his rescue. Thanks, guys. You're really laying it on thick. Wow. Poor Alex. Ooh, now we go into the scary-looking volcano with a big, huge tunnel through it. I like that the levels have the look of the map. So we have a big mountain, and now we saw the entrance to the mountain, and clearly we're going right through that tunnel. So the graphics on this game are great. I would say actually a step up from Mario as far as color and depth and variety. So there are some things the Sega Master System actually does do better than the NES. So they were trying to showcase that in this game, and I think they succeeded pretty well. You know, like, we should study this strange wildlife instead of just punching it in the face, but you never know. It could be... It's coming right for us! And here's the mind reader down there. So you can get the mind reader and it tells you what the Jankin the Great people are thinking during their matches. There we go. I picked up the mind reader so I can see what the other people are seeing. Oh, ouch. It hurts when you land on top of a fireball. Okay, this is an important tip here. One of these blocks is going to have a ghost, and one of them is going to have the other thing, but they always are in order. So there's the ghost. Now you get this one, and it's an extra guy. If you didn't get the ghost first, then the one above would be the ghost. So you got to break them all to get all the different power-ups and also the extra lives. Okay, I think we finally found the end of the cave now. And there's another ring, so I'm just getting multiple rings. You can use those too, they are pretty cool. And you're stopped before you can exit. Now you're stopped by Scissors Head. That's not his real name, see, I'm just called Scissors Head. I have no idea why. Maybe because your head looks like a pair of scissors. He's the second henchman of the king. Wait, is it Jankin the Great or is it Jankin the King? Anyway, now we get a pass if we win 3 Jankin matches. I guess they're air quoted because it's rock, paper, scissors, but we call him Jankin in the land of Alex Kidd because Jankin the Great deems we must say that. He likes this game so much, apparently, that he has to call rock, paper, scissors Jankin after himself. What a douche. Now here you can see where we have the mind reader in effect, and you can see what he's thinking, and you can change out what you're going to do just before the count of 3, and therefore you can beat him every time if you're quick. Mind reader, rock, paper, scissors, unfair advantage, total miracle. Yes, done. Alright, moving into forest. Okay, and of course we visit the shop, as we always would. Gotta go check out the 0-day wares. There's a floaty device now, that's the cane, but you really come in here to buy the motorcycle, because it makes short work of any level. Because if you can buy the vehicle on any level, it'll make short work of it. Now this one's pretty tricky with the motorcycle, because you can easily make one wrong jump and land on spikes, and you're dead, and you gotta start over without a motorcycle. This one's a lot trickier than it looks. You gotta try and land on the blue. There's the ghost with his cane. Oh, I missed the other one. And if we make it all the way to the end, we run the motorcycle clear through into the sword guy, and then punch him until he dies. That was easy. Notice the little monkey trying desperately to throw the slowest moving coconuts ever down upon your head. Going to the river. Isn't it sweet? Now we have a third vehicle. Operates a lot like the motorcycle, except you're on the water. But you can speed up and jump and shoot the evil birds and fish, all from the comfort of a single-person speedboat. A tiny single-person speedboat. Cute. Again, the goal here is to make it to the end of each level with your vehicle because it's quicker and easier, but if you crash, you can swim to the end of the level underwater as well. Now we're going into a grid. I don't know what that is. It says sand area. Open plains. Okay, the final power up there is the B block. I think that sends out multiple Alex Kids, and of course we want to buy the motorcycle or the helicopter on this level for sure. This will speed things up tremendously if we have the helicopter. And you've seen this level before, but there are some of my most favorite levels in Alex Kidd Miracle World. You get to fly and shoot, and it works like Joust, and it just feels great. This level adds a new component, thunder and lightning. Trying to knock you out of the sky with its thunder clouds. Yet another miracle that we have such intense lightning, but not a single storm cloud in sight. Blue skies and thunder and lightning. That's miraculous. But it sure is fun. Alright, get through the tricky phase of fire and lightning, and you can even fly above the clouds. And yes, here comes the third henchman. He's called Paperhead. Wonder why he's called that. Again, what a weird nickname. He's the first henchman. I love how it goes third, second, first. Not first, second, third. Like as you're going up the rankings. He's the first beneath Jankin. He's not the first one you hit. He's the third one you hit, but he's the first in importance. So by now you know the drill. Gotta beat him in Jankin to get past. Alright, now we get to go to our first castle. Now this one's tricky. Not nearly as tricky as the later castle. But this one has a bunch of traps and a bunch of things that you just have to learn how to how to get through. But I like this castle. It's actually a pretty fun level. None of the platforming puzzles are too diabolical in this castle. Except you have to fight with the controls, as always. Landing on spikes. I expect to see, like, blood shoot up and fatality. Yeah, but that's not this game. Hey, look, I'm gonna go pick up another Alex. I love that the fire has eyes. That's pretty slick. Oh, traps. Look at how they baited you with money. You're just so used to free money, you go for it, and then the floor drops out beneath you. Diabolical. Okay, all this work to get down here. What is it? Oh no! Old man ghost. Run! But if you don't break that one, you might not, you know, pick up an extra life or something later. Now here's a little puzzle. Punch this one twice. Punch this one twice. Then press the trumpet. Ah! So cool. Well, he like calls me Alex. He knows me. Even though I was kidnapped when I was young, somehow he knew exactly who it was. Now he tells me the Moonlight Stone's in the Nibbana Kingdom. Is that the quote Redaxian Kingdom? I mean, I'm so confused here, but you gotta get to this Moonlight Stone before Jankin the Great does. Now, he doesn't quote Jankin the Great, he just calls him Jankin the Great, so that apparently is his real name. Why would the enemies of Jankin call him Jankin the Great? They call him Jankin the Stupid. Anyway, he gives you an autographed letter addressed to the Nibbana Kingdom, so that apparently, you know, like all approaches to kingdoms, you have to have a letter of recommendation. Otherwise, they wouldn't trust you. Oh, but I don't have the letter. It's hidden somewhere in this castle. Because after it was taken from me, I don't know what happened to it, but I know it's hidden. And who were you, sir? It never even introduced himself. He never told me who he was. He knows me. Maybe that's my brother. I don't actually know. Ooh, that was really tricky to get to, so I figured there'd be something up here, and sure enough, looks like there's a scroll. Maybe a letter? Probably a letter. Yeah. Oof, jumping those spikes is pretty tricky. So A is the thing that shoots out little Alexes to attack somebody, helps you beat bosses. B is a force field. The cane helps you fly, and the question mark item is invincibility powder. Alright, okay, if you missed the mind reader earlier in the dungeon, or in the mountain, the volcano mountain, you can grab it here instead. Second chances. We believe in second chances. In Miracle World. I love how you try and do the Mario slide to get under things. And he's got like scuff along the ground. Doesn't really ever get all the way under a block. Run, Forrest, run! Oof. So jumping these things, if you try it, is impossible in that small space. But you can time it. So here's Stonehead again introducing himself, although we've already met. Remember, he's the third henchman of the king. He has to make sure you're aware of that, even though you've beaten him once before. But the second time through, the henchmen have an evil surprise in store. They can detach their heads. It's an effective attack. Whoa, floating heads. Wow. So is this the real stone henchman, or just after you defeated the real one, this is the miracle henchman? It's a glitch. It's a glitch on this emulator. You're supposed to be able to jump up, and instead we have a boat in the grass, and it's not going anywhere. Ooh, even better, look at that glitch. Looks like a train floating in the air above. This is miracle stuff. This is incredible. I like that this shop doesn't mess around. You gotta figure out how to jump up high to get to the shop, or they're not selling to you. You gotta be special to go to this store. Hey, 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 they have a life. Another Alex kid. I'll take some more life, please. Thank you. I already have everything else because I don't like to use items. I'm a purist. I like to beat the game with just my fists. Fists of fury. This is the second scissors head. So this is the devious one that's gonna attack me after I beat him. Looks like that's the way it's meant to be. Ooh, his head comes off and he shoots projectile weapons at you with swastikas on them. Oh my goodness. I had no idea there was Nazi influence. Oh man. The Nazis are everywhere, even in, quote, Redaxian. Takes 3 hits directly to the head. Yeah, there we go. Okay, then we get to go through another little helicopter level where they already give you the helicopter, so that was nice of them. Where did it come from? I don't know. It was a miracle. This level, you know why they gave it to you though, because if you die on this level, you start over on this level, there's no way to get through without the helicopter. So this level is helicopter only and helicopter must, so do not crash. Kill as many evil birds as possible. There we go. Oh, and now we are to another castle. Is this bad? Oh, the music's happy. This must not be bad. It's a happy music. Wow, that guy looks intense. He lets us know. Alex, I'm so sorry. I was just robbed of the Moonlight Stone. What a coincidence. I'm assuming we presented the letter, and again, even though we were kidnapped when we were young, this guy knows us too, so we must be famous. Like Harry Potter, something like that. But he tells us the crown, it's not really a crown, it's quote, quote, the crown is in Lake Deep. Huh, do you think that's a deep body of water? Anyway, you better take this stone slab with you. Stone, because when you're running and jumping, it's very good to have a humongous stone slab to carry around. Thanks, dude, with the mustache. Or pipe, or whatever you call yourself. Let's hit the mountain territory. Here we go. Okay, ducking into the shop in the mountain region, we have, there it is, the motorcycle. No one wants to be without. Alex keeps destroying his motorcycles on Pennywise balloons, though, so he has to keep buying more, which, again, that's why you need all that money. Yeah, get all those star blocks. Collect money, you're gonna need it for the next motorcycle. Okay, well that's where you have to kind of get rid of the motorcycle anyway, so I'm good with that. And I'll bet you there's another dude. Yep, here we go. Mr. Paperhead, once again, but this time he's serious, folks. Darn it, I lose. That's the way it's meant to be. Okay, he's got a wiggly weird pattern. At least he doesn't shoot though. Like the second henchman actually shot swastika bullets. This guy just wiggles his head around, so it's way easier. I don't understand. And then there's this secret. You go to the other side of his body and you just stand there, punch the head. So easy. The castle that appears out of nowhere. Miracle, but a bad miracle because you got to get through this castle and it is not an easy one. The third castle, or the red castle if you will, is the culmination of difficulty in this game. This is the point where you have to put all your Alex skills and all the lives you've collected to the ultimate test and try and make it through. It's full of traps, difficult challenges, jumping puzzles that are not easy, especially with the slidey controls. Even little things that you think are safe, you're not. So you gotta know what's coming or you die all over the place. And it's a bit of a circuitous maze too. It wants you to struggle trying to find your way. And to get up there, you'd actually have to use one of your special items that we don't want to use right now. I want to go explore more of the castle. Alright, let's go to the right this time. Here's a trap. Run fast yet again, get through. No problem. I guess frogs are pretty evil and Redaxian too. Oh my goodness. You see, to get to those question mark blocks, you gotta do a run and a slide, but you're gonna be waiting a long time to get through that tunnel. Oh, Alex, maybe crawling would have been faster. More jumping puzzles. Here's a cool secret I just learned recently. Again, that is how you get to those. So we have a miracle block appear out of nowhere by punching a wall. But you can see, I mean, it takes precision jumping, and it's somewhat difficult to do precision jumping on this game. So these are, I mean, you can learn, you get better at it, but even things like this puzzle right here, trying to run and jump it, you have to just be very precise, and again, make it all the way up these difficult jumps in a row. Can be a little frustrating at times. Dude, is this even possible? Oh yeah, that's how you get the money. Now you break them to go back the other way and you're all good. Yeah. Oh man, traps everywhere. Vicious. Go get my block. Oh crap. It's a ghost. I gotta get out of here. I got it. Ah, made it. Here's another trap, but you gotta punch that thing twice fast. Luckily, you can just leave and come back. See? No problem. If you move fast, you got it. More puzzles with evil jumping frogs that should... Actually, it's creepy that the frogs are as big as Alex. I'd kind of probably want to kill them too. Oh, I started punching this thing out of habit, but that's not how you beat this one. Just gotta run fast, hit the block, and just go. It's the only way. This game can go fast or slow depending on if you really try and get all the money or not. What do you think this does? Probably... That's slick. So here's where you can use some item to float up there. That's one way to do it. The other way is to go around and take the long path, which also works. But if you have the floaty powder, that's what you do right there. I'm going to show you the other way to go if you don't have floaty powder. Timing puzzles. Now this part really sucks. The nice thing is he won't float up into the spikes. You can't move from the side, you'll run into the spikes and you can go down onto the spikes, but if you let yourself float up, let yourself just go up, he will not float up into the spikes. That's the only way this would be possible. Another trap! That one we caught in time. I think we're almost there. How do you get over this guy? Another tricky trap. Okay. Whoa, we can't go down that way because the frog thing is there, but we can go this way. And I think we've almost found our way through the maze. Yes, indeed, here we are, the princess. No, not the princess. She's in another castle. It's Jankin. Would it be weird if you named a game after yourself and then you're telling people let's Jankin for 3 matches? So, say your name's Robert, you're like, hey, let's Robert for the win. It's weird. At least he tells you ahead of time, if you lose, I'll turn you into stone. Friendly guy, that Jankin. So it's the same drill, except this time, instead of just standing there still, Jankin's a disco maniac, baby. He dances. And you know it's Jankin because of the J on his shirt and his dress. Okay, I have to say Jankin was the original cross-dresser. Look at that guy. He's got a horn, he's got visor, glasses, a beard, and a leotard, plus J right on the jersey. Dude, this guy's styling. He's got the skirt and then the white tights. That is some serious design for a boss. Here comes the swastika bullets. Watch out. The tricky part here now is you gotta learn the timing and punch Jenkins' horn. It's because of his bulletproof leotard. The only weakness he has is punching the horn. And there's another miracle. When you beat him, it turns him into stone. Didn't bet you didn't know you knew how to do that, Alex. That was pretty special. Climb the ladder. Ah, it's a... So here's this beautiful lady, and she knows who I am too. And she says, thank you, Alex. Your mother is well and in good hands. They know Alex. She knows his mother, and yet nobody went to get him. His mother's fine. You know, she's been living here in the land of Redaxia forever, and sorry you were kidnapped. Welcome back. But then she does ask you to go save the Redaxian people with your most powerful weapon, the crown. Because what's not really a crown? No, everybody was telling me it's a crown. It's a crown, people. It's not a quote crown. Let's kiss. Oh, you're so beautiful. Ooh. Oh, I guess this is Lake Deep, because this is the lake on the map, and I'm guessing it's going to be kind of deep. Oh, okay, another vertical level. So drawing full circle, we're back to a vertical level. And we're going to swim down, down, down to the bottom of Lake Deep. I wonder if it's going to be so cheery and bright the whole way down, or if it actually gets dark and gloomy. Yeah, probably not. So here's, again, the idea where you have to hit something multiple times, but you don't know if you hit them because there's no sound effect. You just kind of punch at them until they actually die. There we go. Oh yeah, that lake was so deep. One huge screen deep. Wow. Aha! I have 2 items that opens the magic door. And this is some weird cave of wonders. I call it that because you wonder what you're supposed to do, but if you look at that stone, that massive tablet of stone that the guy gave you in the Nibbana Kingdom, it tells you exactly what to do. That is, if you read from right to left and top to bottom like Japanese people would read, because that you knew that, right? Dude, as a kid, there's no way I knew that you would start on the right and move to the left and read top to bottom. But if you do that, it actually tells you what symbols to touch first. You can also do it through a lot of trial and error, but that really sucks. So let's take a look here at the stone. All right, so we go sun, river, moon, star. Then after that sequence, we go sun, moon, river. Then we go fish, star, fish. Once you go fish, star, fish, yep, sure enough, the crown appears, and now you're left with your final challenge, jumping over some stalactites when it's so dicey. The speed up, slow down of Alex. And I actually made it this far on a real console, and I died on these spikes enough that my game was over. I'm not kidding, I was that close to beating the game once upon a time. But with a little miracle of your own, you can collect the crown and get the end scroll. Heroic action taken by Alex Kidd results in the downfall of Janken the Great. Not quoted here either, so apparently everybody's come to grips with his name. But in so doing, we have a return of peace and tranquility to Redaxian. There it is again. Is it really that? Or is it not actually called that? Is it just a nickname? In a dazzling coronation, Igol, his elder brother, I wonder what his real name is, became the king of Redaxian. The citizens who were turned into stone reverted back to human beings through the power of the crown. Alex was overjoyed he was able to use his martial arts skills. That's what it is. You can break bricks with your fist if you just learn some martial arts, people. That would be sweet. But you know, some doubt still lingers in his mind as to whether all of those sinister enemy forces were actually destroyed. And added to this fear is the uneasiness he feels because of the fact that the whereabouts of his father, King Sander, is still unknown. Wouldn't his father be King Kid? Because, you know, Alex Kidd, I assumed was his last name, so King Kid. No, his father's King Sander. Wow, what a game. His mother's well, though, even though the whereabouts of his father are completely unknown. Do you think they're setting it up for a sequel? Mystery, mystery, mystery. The end. There you go. That is Alex Kidd in Miracle World. I'll be back soon when Retro Master Beater takes on another game. Thanks for watching.